Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Wit, Wisdom, and Wine WWW with Daryl Ann. Happy to see you. And we are actually really coming into spring here. Everybody's happy, things are blooming, daffodils, trees, everything finally nice, and everybody's feeling great. And so am I, because actually I am going to take a slight pause for a week on my YouTube channel and heading off for vacation. So when I come back, I will have, even more stories stored up for you. Okay. So we left off that I had merged the paperworks into another business, and this gentleman Murray and I, parted ways, in the local court system. And so it was okay. So what happens now? And I'll talk about that in a minute. In the meantime, I think I might have told you in one of the other videos that I had started the process of dating after I was divorced. I was young, okay, looking for some adventure and meeting somebody nice to go out to dinner with, and that was my goal. So I did do some dating during those years, and didn't really find anyone that I really felt that close to, or that I felt that the relationship would go further. I dated a wonderful, wonderful guy who had his own plane, and we flew a lot out to the end of Long Island on his plane, and had some really, really good times. But I kind of decided maybe a friendship was better rather than a long-lasting relationship. So that's what happened. We became, really, really close friends. So I always seem to have a plane story. You may remember that I had a story about a small plane years ago going to the Greenbrier in West Virginia. And then there was the plane with my friend out to Long Island, but he had a more of a substantial plane. It wasn't like a teeny tiny little Piper Cub. Is that what it's called? Anyway, and he was a wonderful, wonderful pilot, and there were no problems there. So a year or so went by, and I had gone to a party and was introduced to a very, very, very nice guy. I'll call him Bill. And funny, and wanted to go out to dinner a lot and go to movies. So we really had a nice time for a couple of months. He then told me that he was a pilot. Wow, seemed to be meeting these pilots here. Yes, he said he was a pilot, and he had a plane at the local small airport. And he said, "How would you feel about going up for a ride on a Sunday?" And since I had some experience with my friend and his competency. Wow, Daryl, I'm losing it here, folks. Not really, I'm still with it. At flying, I was pretty, okay. That sounds good, Bill. So it was a hot August afternoon when we went to the local airport, and we got there, and I said, "Gee, which one is your plane?" And he said, "Oh, that one over there." I said, "Wow, it's kind of small, isn't it?" "Yeah, well, it's a two-seater." And so anyway, he went into the office to make some arrangements. And I waited outside, and we then walked over to get into the plane. And he said, "Yeah," he said, "this actually isn't my own plane. I rent it sometimes to take up and, have a great time flying." And I said, "Oh, you don't own the plane?" No, it's it's a Sunday rental. Sunday rental. Okay, the things we do when we're young, the things we do. Wow. And so I said, "Well, how often have you flown?" "Oh, I've got hours in, you know." Okay. So we started out. We started out up into the wild blue yonder. And I noticed that Bill seemed a little nervous. He seemed that he was acting a little nervous. And he started to sweat. I mean, it was hot in the plane. It was hot in the plane. But he started to sweat. And he kind of had this kind of nervous tick. I had noticed that before, but this nervous tick was really, exhibiting itself. And I'm like, Pilsing. I said, are you okay? Oh, yeah, just a little hot. Okay. And then I started to get nervous, like really nervous. I mean, I'm laughing about it now, folks, because this is what you got to do. You got to look back and laugh. And I'm going to take a little sip of Chardonnay at this point. Blocking the light there. So up we go. And there were a lot of other little planes up there flying around on this beautiful Sunday. And so Bill said to me, listen, I need you to be my co-pilot. I need you to look at the horizon. And if you see any planes on the horizon, let me know. Let you know? Well, what would you do what would we do if there are other planes on the horizon? Well, we try to avoid them. Oh my God, I thought we try to avoid them. Holy God. What am I doing? And then I really started to get nervous and my stomach started to feel it. So we flew a little further and we were headed towards this recreation area in Pennsylvania called the Delaware Water Gap. And I started to sweat and feel sick. And I said, Bill, I think, could we turn around? I think we have to go back. And he was like, oh, really? Oh, well, yeah, I guess I'm a little bit apprehensive myself. It's crowded skies up here. Crowded skies up here. So I said, Bill, do you know how to turn this plane around? And he said, well, of course I do. And we slowly turned the plane around, I guess. And then the stomach started to respond. And I said, how much further would it be now towards the airport? Are we getting close? Oh yeah, we're about maybe, I think he said 10 miles out. But I guess air time is, 10 miles. Okay, that should be okay. But as we started to come in sight of the runway, the stomach rebelled. Yes, it rebelled. And Daryl just vomited all over that airplane, all over me, all over Bill. And that made Bill even more nervous. Oh my God, he said, you just threw up. Yeah, yep, okay. Just land. And he obviously landed because here I am again. And we landed, and of course it wasn't his own plane. It was a rental. So I got staggered out of the plane, sweating. He had to go and get stuff to clean up the plane and himself and me. I then said, Bill, I'm really sorry, but you didn't give me any confidence. I mean, I didn't even know what you were doing. You didn't seem like you knew how to fly the plane. Well, I haven't really been up in quite a while. Oh my God, quite a while. So we got into his little sports car, and I was okay. I'm never ever going to see this man again. So he said, I'm really sorry. He apologized all the way home. Really sorry. I hope you feel okay. Yeah. Okay, I'll call you. I said, okay, bye. Mm-hmm. And he did call, and I just said, I think we better cool it. I'm not ready to get serious. So once again, I survived in a plane with Bill. And I decided the dating would kind of maybe halt for a little while. Maybe I just give it a little while and cool it. Meantime, I was really, really busy because I had started to become a consultant then. I was actually happy to get some wonderful contract jobs helping people to start their own small businesses. Helping them set up, find a rental place, get their equipment, the same as I did when I started the Paperworks. So I was on a yearly contract for several places to help business startups and get them up and running, and doing marketing and sales. So I have some really amazing stories about some of these people that I helped to start their own businesses. After I left, and it wasn't just me, believe me, it was them. The businesses, didn't survive too well. So it was quite the adventure. which I'm going to tell you about on my next video. As I mentioned to you, my wonderful friends, at the beginning of these videos, I have endless stories, all true, endless stories of the things that happened to me. And I'm sure all of you have, your own endless stories. But I was able to use my sense of humor and I guess my survival instincts to get past some of these roadblocks. So I want to throw a little wisdom in here again to all my friends. Just remember, if things are really bad and things are tough and you've screwed up and you're worried, things always change. As I say all the time to my kids, this too shall pass. The roller coaster goes up and down. Life is a roller coaster. So hang in there. Don't lose hope. Just get those survival instincts going. Try to use your sense of humor and say, hey, life is not easy, right? And maybe it will help a little bit, because it is true. You can make it. And I'll look forward to seeing you in a week or so, and I hope you all have a great week. And remember, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger, folks. Okay, bye.